lot of ways I'm still gifted. Regardless if it's Christmas, snooze my alarm again. And a lot might come to get me before I ride away in that Bentley. This what he said, you might not wake up if you snooze it again. You can't let a new era get to your head. Dress for the camera again. Funny how you look the best when you at the top. Funny how you look the same when you die. Respect the dead, they gon' ask me, but you can't see Gucci shoes in it. There's gotta be better ways to lengthen my resume. I wish I could get away. I might just try today. Go wings and fly away. Might lose my mind today. Leave something right away.
The Pistons play before the home crowd. And we've got it right here on 2K Sports, live from downtown Detroit. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Out to Brooks. Now, here's Cunningham. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. And the rejection by Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the shot.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach J.B. Bickerstaff. We talked about the matchup problems that Chet Holmgren presents. He said defensively, Chet can warp the inside of the paint. And at the other end, he's going to drag his matchup out to the three-point line. That's what makes this 7-footer such a special player. Guys?
Thank you, David. Out to Brooks. Duren with it. Williams picks him up. Back to Duren. Duren a screen. Here's Cunningham. A second chance effort. Out to Brooks. Back to Duren. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. A three-pointer is right on target.
What confidence by Jalen Williams. Just ready in the catch-and-shoot situation, saying, I'm going to get this off before you can do anything about it.
One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that Bad Boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town, and those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the Bad Boys. And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 6.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Fires at the elbow. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. .158 left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Harris a screen. Cunningham inside. The shot missing. Good D by Holmgren.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
Pass to Ivy. Holmgren with the steal. And here's the fast break. Holmgren leading the way. Off target from outside. Pistons trailed by 5. Harris outside. Back to Brooks. Cunningham for 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Outside Anthony. Shoots over Dort. Anthony with the bucket.
Oh, such nice touch on that turnaround jumper. That was smooth.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Holmgren the screen. Floats it up for Holmgren. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
1 second left. And that one comes up a bit short. And so it's Oklahoma City bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Hartenstein, and that one drops for him. Hartenstein's got the lead up to 9 now for Oklahoma City.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar-level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a 3-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. Johnson attacking. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Pass to Ivey. And here's Cunningham. Wallace covering. 5 on the clock. Shot from the wing. Cunningham's shot is off.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Nobody near Williams. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pistons trailed by 8 and taken away by Wallace. Back to Hartenstein. Over Anthony. And the shot is long. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. The shot by Ivey, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
A lights-out scorer who possesses incredible confidence. Anthony is such a skilled and explosive player.
Pistons trailed by 8. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Here's Schroeder. It's deflected. Williams next for 2. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. And the Pistons with possession here. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Nobody near Schroeder. Buries the long-range jumper. Schroeder's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. There's a minute left to play here in the half. Here's Schroeder. Driving the lane. The putback. And Holmgren pulls it down. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Pick by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. What a terrific move that was. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Back to Schroeder. Pass to Duren. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Holmgren in the corner. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Basket good. And now an 11-point Thunder lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And so we conclude the first half. It's the Thunder up by 11. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Cunningham with it. Still scoreless. Back to Brooks. Here's Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
It doesn't take much room. Ivy saw some daylight and just took off.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Brooks. Holmgren wide open. No good with the triple.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And Chet Holmgren's been a great player from day one, Doris. What do you like most about his game?
I don't know which aspect to pick. This guy is a great rim protector. He can shoot the basketball from 3-point territory and with great range from 3. But maybe my favorite aspect is the competitive toughness he brings on a nightly basis.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pick by Williams. Pass to Holmgren. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Holmgren's got the lead up to 11 now for Oklahoma City. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Plenty of space. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Cunningham's got his first 2 points of the night.
And you can play Cunningham on the ball, off the ball. He's really a generational talent partly because of his versatility.
Dort wide open. And the 3 off target. And it's Detroit's ball. 9-point game. Cunningham with it. Dort covering. Back to Cunningham. He takes it in. Dort grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 12. Detroit with the rebound.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Cunningham outside. Brooks outside. Launches it. That one no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
To the middle. Here's Holmgren. A wide open look here for Caruso. And the 3 ball is good. Caruso's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, Absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame and he fits in personality-wise.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Brooks grabs the board. Pistons trailed by 12. Pass to Ivy. Here's Harris. Just his first attempt. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Back to Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, Dort touched the paint, and he was immediately thinking score.
Cunningham up top. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. And Holmgren pulls it down. Oklahoma City leading by 14. The kick out to Williams. 3-pointer. Bangs home the trifecta. Williams has got 6.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Cunningham, and he banks in the layup.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Johnson, that's for 2, and it's good for 2. And the Thunder lead by 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Schroeder. Misses the 3. Johnson outside. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
And to me, the way you end quarter.
37.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Oklahoma City. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. Pass to Hartenstein. Over Stewart. And that one is good from Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Thunder. Now Stewart. He's defended by Hartenstein. Here's Holland. Schroeder, right side. Shot clock at 5. Floats one, and it's in there.
This guy is a creative offensive talent. Dennis Schroeder can hit defenders with a variety of moves. Go ahead with the floater.
Johnson can't get it to go. Pistons trailed by 19. Pass to Beasley. From the arc. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. And here are the Thunder now. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Screen by Hartenstein. The kick out to Williams. Back to Johnson. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Holland. Power down with both hands.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
You know, I think one of the important things for Dennis Schroeder is to keep trying to become more and more efficient. Let his offense come naturally and improve as a distributor.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
We all know that SGA is very capable of averaging 30 for a season. Tonight's exploit should come as no surprise.
Schroeder with the ball. He's picked up by Holmgren. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Williams with the steal. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the floor.
Johnson with it. That's tipped. And they'll get another chance. Pocket 6. It's stolen by Harris. Beasley with it. And it's Wallace picking him up. Schroeder outside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change. Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
Hits the three-point bomb. Harris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Thunder.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Out to Wallace. Back to Johnson. Wallace outside. Johnson outside. From deep. It's hauled in by Stewart. And the Pistons with possession. They trail by 14. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And it's Schroeder missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Oklahoma City.